Live from Brooklyn, New York, USA, planet Earth, the Milky Way galaxy. Welcome, everybody. This is our first it's called the Easy Breezy Sunday Afternoon Songwriters Show. And it's hosted by Pancake Studios. And what it is basically a bunch of amazing artists from all around the world. And today it's New York City. But today I am here with AJ Scaff and the Bandoles, right? Yeah. Did I say that right?
Yeah, it's not actually a word, so you almost can't screw it up.
The Bandoles is not a word.
I was trying to think of a Spanish word, and that's the word that popped in my head, and I thought it was a word, and when I went to look it up, it didn't exist. So it's Bandoles. It's mine. I own it. Yay.
Okay. And what does it mean? What is your name? Why is it AJ Scaff and then Bandoles?
I've always found it hard to keep a lineup of musicians, and so I just gave up, made up a band name for the guys that I would probably have to hire, as I could obtain them, if and when we got gigs and all that stuff. It was just easier to do that instead of, I don't know, I could go with just my name, but I thought whatever the lineup is, they get to be one of the Bandoles. So okay. That's all. I mean, technically you could say it's a band of joy. Oh, because ole is a Spanish explanation for joy.
Oh, gotcha.
So,
and if people want to find you, they look for AJ Scaff.
Yeah, they can look up AJ Scaff. They can look up AJ Scaff and the Bandoles. On SoundCloud, I think I'm just AJ Scaff. On Instagram, it's AJ Scaff and the Bandoles.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah.
So my question for you,
a
fun question is, I would like to know a favorite, a musical memory in New York City, if you can talk about it.
Totally. I have a perfect one. I was 11 and a half. I was very proud of this, knowing I was 11 and a half. And my dad got tickets to go see Elton John at the Garden. And this was 1976. I've just given away my age, no doubt. And I was a big fan of Elton John. Obviously, at the time, he was at the height of his powers. Now he's just an icon. He's just music itself. But yeah, I got to see Elton John 1976. I still have the concert button from the show. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. That was my favorite memory.
How long have you been playing music and recording? And
I got my first really crappy acoustic when I was 16, I think it was. It was an awful guitar, and it met a demise in my backyard when I acquired a bow and arrow. And
you destroyed it?
Just kind of destroyed it. It was great target practice.
That sounds fun. I mean, I don't know. I know I would have fun doing that.
Yeah, it made a great sound when you hit it. Just like El Kabong. Anybody out there knows who El Kabong was.
Yeah.
It's a guitar makes a funny and exciting sound when you shoot an arrow into it.
Yeah, that does sound
something
cool. Else. Well, is there anything you would like to tell everybody before you start your set? Anything about you? You're on SoundCloud. I know you can find you on SoundCloud.
SoundCloud and Instagram you can find me on. Everybody, welcome to the show. This is the maiden voyage, and I'm the first victim.
Yes, the first victim on Easy Breezy.
On Easy Breezy, that's right.
The Easy Breezy Sunday Afternoon Songwriters Show. All right, well, take it away, AJ.
Thanks. I'm going to shift over. Coming under attack by the pillows on the couch. All right. This first song I'm gonna do is actually a power punk tune that I co-wrote, and we did a sound check with this one. I co-wrote it with a really good journalist down in Arlington, Virginia. We wanted to try and experiment, speaking of Elton John, and try and write a song where the two of us were not together. We'd be in 2 rooms. Now, at the time, I lived in Montana, and, you know, he in Arlington, Virginia, and I kind of forgot about it for a little bit, and then got an email from him one day, and lo and behold, there were these lyrics to a song called Bite Your Tongue, and immediately could pretty much hear the melody. I mean, he did a great job. I had to shorten some things. He's very used to writing prose and not so much poetry or lyrics. And so some of that stuff I had to be the editor on, and I added a bridge, and we were real happy with it. The version you can hear on SoundCloud got done through several steps. The first step being there in Montana, recording with a bunch of buddies. The next step was another buddy, but in another town up in Missoula, Montana. And he was a sideman for Rod Stewart. Thank you for all your help there, Don. And he worked on the song for me gratis. And so what you hear is what Don finalized and mastered. My buddy Robert Capizano in Buffalo, I think, did some initial work on it. And he had a buddy do the guitar leads. We tweaked those, and then Don cleaned all of that stuff up, and he added harmonica. And so what you hear on SoundCloud is a whole lot of people doing a lot of work on this song. On just one song. This took quite a bit to do. So this is called Bite Your Tongue.
There was a time when you said you were mine. It turned out to be satire, because you're a liar. I remember once when you called me a dunce. I'm glad you're amused. I felt so abused, I felt so confused. Bite your tongue, your honesty's a lofty goal. Bite your tongue, your honesty is unsung. But if I ever need to, I'm gonna bite your tongue. Then when I cried, 'cause your love was a lie, I'm glad you're amused. I felt so abused, I felt so confused. You're duplicitous, there's no hope for us. If I ever see you again, well, I did it once, but I won't do again. Bite your tongue, know what to believe. Bite your tongue, the good, bad, or shit. You say one thing and then another. I don't quite get it. Bite your tongue. It's the abbreviated version. I remember when you called me a friend, but I'm afraid, my dear, you're at the end. Hey!
Oh, I should mention that my co-writer, Buzz McLean. I don't want to forget Buzz. All right. So this next one's called Empty Chair. And it kind of came out of dreaming at the end of the night, in the morning and such. I have a lot of these. I wake up with songs in my head, or whether they're original or not, there's always just music in my head when I wake up. And that's where this one started. And I'm a big fan of Crowded House and Split Enz, those guys. And so I kind of wrote this thinking I was going to, at some point, meet those guys somehow, some way, by chance, and present them with this song. And that hasn't happened yet, so it's going on my CD. This is called Empty Chair.
Worlds fall apart, and I've seen galaxies come together. You're lying there in the dark, 'cause you've seen yourself there in the mirror. Substance is everything, but right now any kind of love will do. What you wouldn't give, 'cause standing in the cold is getting old. Drain down another cup of joe, and yesterday's sad, sad news. You'd give love another go, or shuffle around till your soul's worn through. Substance is everything, but right now any kind of love will do. What you wouldn't give, 'cause standing in the cold is getting old. Up until now, you've done pretty well. Even your old friends cannot tell. So begins another day, and the prospects only give you the blues. You'd have so much to say, but there's only an empty chair sitting right next to you. Substance is everything, but right now any kind of love will do. What you wouldn't give, 'cause standing in the cold is getting old. Substance is everything.
Woo! Thank you. Thank you. It's a song for the lonely and desperate. Okay, I'm going to bring it down a little bit. This next song I wrote for like 3 or 4 guys to sing all at once. Sort of like the people used to sing on the doorsteps. Like
Caroler? No, not Caroler.
Well,
Quartets.
right on the doo-wop groups used to, like here in Brooklyn, they'd sing on the front doorsteps there. I cannot think of the word. So anyway, it was kind of written with that kind of environment in mind in my head. And I don't know what started the song. It's an unusual song, and you'll kind of hear how it goes, because it's very contemporary. I have some DJ scratching and such involved in it too. That won't happen right now. But here we go. This one's called 40 Days.
Stuck here on Monday, Tuesday I'm already sinking. Wednesday brings Thursday and Friday's out on the town. You said there's a place for me when I return. Said there's a place for me inside your arms. Said there's a place for me inside your heart. Saturday's always wasted without you here. Sundays are always lazy, counting my tears. Been in the hot melt of Georgia, been in the cold freeze of Boston. 40 days on the road, now I'm out of reach of radio stations. So stuck here on Monday, Tuesday I'm already drinking. Wednesday tracks Thursday and Fridays out on the town. Saturday's always wasted without you here. Sundays are always lazy, counting my tears. Counting my tears.
Little yacht rock for you. Yeah, so obviously I've written all these songs to be performed by whole band, so you're hearing very short versions, and I hope I'm doing them justice. This next song was very unintentionally sort of autobiographical. And I stole chords and such from some of the finest famous bands and musicians like The Who and Steely Dan, Paul Simon. And it's one of my favorites because it brings up memories for me of my childhood and friends and brothers and sisters of friends and everything like that. But I wrote it when I lived in Montana. I lived there for 28 years or something. And although I grew up in Jersey, born and raised and all that stuff, and that never goes away. And so it's a very reflective kind of song, but it's not necessarily about anybody. I was able to tell a story. And I was just proud I could actually steal from some fantastic songwriters and you don't recognize it. And so it made it my own song as a result. This one's called Hey Julius.
Hey now, Julius, those schoolyard bullies never meant nothing to you. All those kids at school, they always want to treat you like you were the fool. You're always watching the world go by with the corners of your eyes. Yeah, that schoolyard was nowhere. You know that too. Hey now, Julius, there's a world outside this town you've got to get to know. It's for sure, Julius. You knew something we all didn't know. Do you remember laughing as we ran from the haunted house that the carnival brought to town? Do you remember those trips to the city with the whippets and stoned out freaks and laser shows too? Do you remember that blackberry brandy? How the potion, oh man, it never let us down. Do you remember those ragtag big blocks? How we used to knock off the girls' socks, man, we used to get around. Hey now, Julius, there's a world outside this town you've got to get to know. It's for sure, Julius, you knew something we all didn't know. For sure, Julius. Sail on, so long, so long, Julius. Hey now, Julius, there's a world outside this town you've got to get to know. It's for sure, Julius, you were looking at something we all couldn't see. One more thing, Julius, please don't forget us and don't forget to write. Kind of fumbled to the end of that. How much time we got? I can do one more. I could probably do two, actually. Yeah, so I'll do two, if need. What do you say? So, yeah, this next one, I was watching an interview with Greg Allman on YouTube, so it was a short clip, and just kind of left the interview and stopped paying attention and started writing this song. Because I've never necessarily written songs like this, and I don't know. He's a big hero of mine. He had a fantastic taste in music, wide variety. I mean, any Southern rocker that loved Pink Floyd, I mean, just so polar opposite, just is really cool to me. So this one's called I'm Sailin'. I'll be sailing. Well, I built this house upon the ashes of an old way of life. Well, a ghost that still haunt it, I pray they see the light. And I walked these woods I knew so well, so green and so long. One day I'll be in that ground, and the sky will be my home. And I'll be sailing, it's a pirate's life for me, where the sun never sets, the stars will guide me. And I'll be sailing, not a care in this world, over the open seas, across eternity, and I'll be sailing. The warm summer rain and winter's cold reality, I'll move through these changes, try not to let them bother me. And on this northern shore, along this ancient sea, the waves and the sand play out their venom rhapsody. And I'll be sailing. It's a pirate's life for me, where the sun never sets, but the stars will guide me. And I'll be sailing, not a care in this world, over the open seas of eternity. And I'll be sailing. Empires will rise and fall, and the wars we wage mean nothing at all. As I look across the ages and wonder why we're here, well, the answer isn't really very clear. I play these old strings till they can't ring anymore. Carry a tune in my heart till they carry me out the door. And I'll be sailing. It's a pirate's life for me. The sun never sets and the stars will guide me. And I'll be sailing, not a care in this world, over the open seas across eternity. And I'll be sailing.
Thank you. I hope that didn't hurt your ears. One more? Okay. You asked for it. All right, this one I wrote after 9/11, and I still don't know if there's any more of a connection to it, except I get really annoyed when people are harming each other. And it's mainly because they're kind of screwed up people themselves. That's the nice word. I'm being so good and curtailing my tongue today. So proud of myself. My dad would be proud of me. My dad hated my cursing. Wow. I love my dad. Yeah, so it's, I guess it's my hippie song? I don't know. I don't think I'm a hippie. Yeah, this one's called Pull It Together. Kind of has a Motown feel to it, too.
Save all your money, hope that the rain don't come. Get a roof and a soft bed when the work day is done. Dream of better days when the walls don't come crashing down. See things in different ways when dark clouds ain't around. Pull it all together, see the dark days as bright sunshine. Even if there's no reason, we've all got to try to be kind. Hey! People, let me tell you, there ain't no sense in wasting time. Got to live for each day, got to believe everything is gonna be fine. Learn to take small steps, they lead to leaps and bounds. Learn to be happy with yourself, for one day you're lost and maybe never found. Pull yourself together, see the dark days as bright sunshine. Even if there's no reason, we've all got to try to be kind. Hey, hey. All right, this is where all the solos go. You gotta visualize that yourselves, but I'll keep it short. People, let me tell you, there ain't no sense in wasting time. Got to live for each day, got to believe everything is gonna be fine. Learn to take small steps, they lead to leaps and bounds. Learn to be happy with yourself, for one day you're lost and maybe never found. Pull yourself together, see the dark days as bright sunshine. Even if there's no reason, we've all got to try to be kind. Hey! All got to try to be kind.
Well, thank you, AJ. Scaff, right?
Yes,
I said that right.
Correct.
AJ Scaff and the Bandoles.
Yeah.
And to find you on Instagram and SoundCloud, look up AJ Scaff, right?
Yeah.
Awesome, great. Well, that was awesome. I loved it, and I like the history that you had behind everything. That was awesome. It's just it's nice to hear stories behind it and where it came from with your just artistry and everything.
Thank you.
But you're watching the Easy Breezy show at Pancake Recording Studios. I'm your host, Tamarazara. Our next artist is Gabriel Mayers. I hope I said it right. And just Gabriel Mayers. That's like my Minnesota-ness coming out.
She also says bagels instead of bagels.
And flake. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, hold on about 2 minutes. We just need to set up the sound and switch things around, but it's just going to be like 2 minutes. So hold on. Hold your horses.
Stay right where you are.
Yeah, go to the bathroom if you have to.
Hit the concession stand.
Yeah, go